Hello and welcome to another Django for Everybody walkthrough. We're currently walking through the various jQuery ideas. So in this one, we're going to replicate the code we did in the document object model. Let me go back and open both of these. This one and this one, jQuery 04, and so what we were doing is we're going to achieve the same thing. So we're going to click on this More button and we can add a new item. And this is using vanilla JavaScript. And then we're going to do it again using jQuery. So I may come back and talk about that, but let's look at the one using jQuery. So again, every time we click on this, we're going to get a new counter. And let me take a look at let's just inspect element and then watch. So here we go. See, it's got one li tag. Doot, doot, doot. Okay, so it's not that different. We're going and appending a child here. So let's just see how we do this in jQuery. Okay, let's take a look at the source. So the first thing that we'll notice is in the sort of jQuery style, we have HTML that has no JavaScript in it. Then we include the jQuery library. And then we're going to do some jQuery setup. And we're going to augment the HTML up here. And so it's pretty simple. We do document ready, which means that after the document's fully loaded, lines 12 through 16 are going to run. Lines 12 through 16 are going to run. And we're going to hook in an event to this little anchor tag. So we got an on-click event, and when that's going to call a function. And so these 3 lines of code are going to happen when someone clicks on more. So what are we going to do? Well, when someone clicks on more, we're going to console log that we clicked on it. Then what we're going to do is go grab the UL tag, # the list, which goes and finds the element that has the ID of list. And then we're just going to append to it. And then we're going to create a string, which will then be turned into HTML. And we're just going to concatenate an li, counter is, and then the number counter, and then we add 1 to the counter. And so this I find this pretty clear. We're just adding a string as if there was a string here between lines 5 and 6. And away we go. So we will click more, and it will add an item. And of course, it's adding to the counter, and so the number goes up. And so if we compare and contrast, view page source. If we compare and contrast the document object model of this and the jQuery of this, now this is really simple code. Okay, so in the document object model, we're sort of creating an element, we're adding to it, we have to know the various things that are in there, and then we're going to do get element by ID, because get element ID was, again, the thing we had in 1995, and then we're going to append a child. jQuery just feels to me just more like I can say what I want to happen. And so it's like jQuery is a higher level way of interacting with the document object model. And that's exactly what it is. And that's exactly what it is. jQuery is a library that's ultimately doing the exact same things to the document object model. It's just I don't have to write quite so much code, and I don't have to remember quite so many things, because jQuery says, you know, these are common things people do over and over, so I'm going to make it as easy as I possibly can and give you a pattern and say, just do it this way. And so that's how this all works. And so, like I said in the lectures, I'm not going to give you a ton of jQuery examples that I walk through code by code, because once you get the basic pattern down, it's just not that hard to use. So I hope you found this walkthrough useful. Cheers.